So right before I started recording this, I just sort of noticed that my internet decided to kick itself off for whatever reason. I'll bet you anything I just got to go and reconnect it to my actual internet thing here. Yeah, I don't even know why I bothered to do that. It had absolutely no bearing on what I was going to do in this segment anyway. So there you go. I should have just left it to sort of rectify itself on its own or something like that. But yeah, I've had a bit of a thing of the internet just sort of cutting itself out on occasion. But anyway, I've grinded my team up to level 85 and I'm about prepared to fight Red here. You'll also notice I've got Grills in the party as well as appearing on the team screen. First change in a good maybe 20 segments. But the reason I actually set it up like that to begin with was because I was intending on doing the Red fight just on its own. But I made the decision to add a couple of more super bosses to this segment and sort of just do it like a trifecta of champions or something like that. I'm probably going to end up naming the segment kind of like that. But yeah, I'm going to be doing 3 battles here instead of just the one. And the first one we're going to be doing is just in here. So like I said earlier, she asks you if you want to go to the Sinjo Ruins. If you say no, then she will challenge you to a fight. And unfortunately, no epic Gen 4 champion music or anything like that. I don't know what the go is with that. I guess he couldn't, like, implement all of the music from all the other games into this or anything like that. I'd have thought if you had, like, Gen 4 music, you'd have been able to implement that. Unless it's just, like, impossible to implement this sort of stuff into games yet, because it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just, like, an unhackable section of the game, but whatever. Just gonna have to deal with the old music unless I decide to, like, rip the actual Cynthian music from somewhere and put it over the top. Not too sure how that would work though, but whatever. So, I'm gonna be dealing with the Spiritomb the way that I know best, and that is to hit it very, very hard because it doesn't have any weaknesses. So, a plus 4 special attack air slash should do a pretty decent number on this thing. And it tanks. Well, she's going to heal it. So I'll just lob a Sludge Bomb at it. Which I just realized Ghost resists. Yep. At least I know I'm going to outspeed it. Oh, hang on. What's she sending in? Lucario. Okay. She must have expected another Sludge Bomb, but instead she's getting an Air Slash. And Lucario takes it neutrally because part Steel. But I imagine plus 4 is still going to do a decent number against this thing. And it will in fact kill it because I've mentioned it once, I'll mention it 1,000 times. Lucario has pretty shit defenses. Okay, now she's sending in the Ampharos. That could cause a bit of problems. I could easily send in Grills and Earthquake it because I have that freedom, I have the freedom to do so now, but I'm going to go with Talia instead just to give her some screen time. Don't know why I'm opting to give team members screen time in super boss fights, but whatever. It seems that the grinding to 85 was well worth it against these super bosses because they're pretty damn close to matching my levels. They would have actually been I would have been out-leveled had I not grinded up to 85. So there's the Sugar Berry. I should have known it was the Sugar Berry because, like, I had to wait until it showed up on the screen, but I had one fitted onto a Xerkashire on a team I used in like an online competition from a month or 2 ago. Okay, I paid no attention to the fact that it used Magnet Rise there, so that's just lovely. Used Focus Blast there. I could maybe take that and then hit back with Mirror Coat, but I'm going to go with Ice Beam instead. Quick Claw taking effect in a situation where I don't think it actually even matters because I'm pretty sure I outspeed this thing anyway. Ice Beam off the back of that good special attack with Stab Boost, proving itself useful like always. Togekiss, I could stay in to deal with that. I am going to opt to go into Turbo Drum instead. Because Turbo Drum is just as capable of dealing with this thing as Talia is. And Thunderbolt. It'll probably live it. I'm not too sure how Togekiss's defenses are, but I reckon it'll probably live it. Yeah, leaves it in the red. Sets off the Thunder Wave, which is a bit of a predicament for me because she's probably going to heal this thing, but I have to take that same turn to use the full heal to make sure I actually get an attack off on her. Does not actually heal though, which I'm not going to complain too much about that because that just puts Togekiss on its ass. Spiritom's going to be coming in next. I will see to it that it gets its mouth shut with a Flare Blitz from Floofen. I think I almost said Flare Blitz from Floofen. I think I managed to curb myself into saying from. I'll have to watch that back, but whatever. I think that's 4 of her team members down. Yeah, here's the Milotic. Milotic is almost certainly going to have Ice Beam, but I would like to... In all honesty, I mean, I want to Sleep Powder it anyway, but yeah, the miss. That's where the problem was going to come in, because now I've actually got to hit with the Sleep Powder this turn, or else I'm screwed. And no, it just decides no, I don't want to. I don't want to hit. So yeah, screw you, Sleep Powder. You're very, very rude. And she used that Surf, knowing full well that even though I would have held on with like 10 HP, it would have disappeared with Toxic. But anyway, she's probably going to either wake up in Ice Beam or wake up in Toxic, possibly. If I can at least survive... Yeah, there's the Toxic, which is the lesser of two evils in this case, because... +2 special attack, stab, Miracle Seed. No, I don't have a Miracle Seed, I've got the Amulet Coin. I don't know why I have the Amulet Coin. I've got nearly a max cash stack on this game. So I have no real need to double any cash stack that I get from these people, but whatever. And that just leaves the Garchomp. The Garchomp is probably going to out-level everything else, everything on my team. It's probably going to be like 86 or some shit. It doesn't exactly help that Grills has a speed-reducing nature, which means I'm probably going to lose this mirror match as well. Just because it will outspeed me and get Outrage off first. Mine is sparkly though, so that's a nice little advantage that it gets. Yeah, level 88. There's its Outrage. If I can tank it... It's not going to tank it. Fuck no. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, now I need to be able to outspeed it then. And hit it with a very hard move. Fuck it. Talia will do it. Because unless this Garchomp lands a crit, Outrage is not going to kill it. Because Talia's got some pretty good physical defense on it. Go fuck yourself, game. You really need to go fuck yourself. That was bullshit. Fuck this. Hydro Pump in the middle of next fucking week. I'm not done fucking Hydro Pumping you. Hydro Pump. Die. Because that was a bullshit crit. I fucking jinxed it. 5,600... Really? That's after the double cash stack. And she still gave you jack shit. Jeez, Steven's gonna be the same, I betcha. But whatever. Don't really mind the poison because I can get back to here to heal. But yeah, that was quite annoying. So, whatever. Grab out Tropius. I could just do the double fly thing, but since I'm in the area, I might as well jump on the train for one last time. This is, yeah, 52, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, I've got this fight coming up, I've got red, and then part 52 is probably just going to be the Weather Trio, and then part 53 is going to be spent at Sinjo Ruins, which will round out the LP. So, yeah. Unless I decide to save Arceus for his own segment. Not too sure about that one yet. That's cool. So yeah, there you go. You all got your one final train ride in the game, so... Moving on over to Pewter City, now that I've got the stupid Regigigas. Steven should hopefully not be yapping on about other random legendaries. If he is, I'm going to be pissed. I bet you anything he'll probably ask about like the Hoenn Legends or something like that. Oh, yep. Yep, here we go. Same lead, even though it's nowhere near as good an idea against Steven as it is against Cynthia. Because in this case, of course, as you all know, that's a custom sprite, by the way. At least I think it is. But yeah, point is, leads with a very obvious steel type. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this thing to sleep so that it doesn't set up something stupid. I imagine it'll set up like spikes or some shit like that. And then I'll just send in Turbo Drum and be like, uninhibited Thunderbolt, go. And rest in peace, because Sturdy, once again, as I said before, does not work the way that it works nowadays. Is that 86? That is almost 86. Aggron, I could superpower it. I could earth power it. I could earthquake it. I'm not going to earthquake that. I'm going to earthquake the Metagross. I will go Talia. I will earth power it. Rip. Unless you got a stupid fucking Focus Sash. I'll be pissed if you got a Focus Sash. Nah, no Focus Sash. He might have this. He might just have the team set up so that the only thing that's holding an item is his ace. Bastiodon is the same thing, basically, but just to change things up, I am going to hit this thing with a superpower. It's probably going to live it, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, there's the stupid bloody Focus Sash. And there's Earthquake, which with minus defense... Fucking Jesus, that's not even a 2KO, even with -1 defense. That is humongous. Gee, that's a bit fucking insane right there. Flufin must have some really good physical defense. Either that or Bastiodon just has really shitty attack. I don't really know what Bastiodon's attack power even is. I know that it's just a massive wall that takes hits like a boss, but is unfortunately Steel Rock, which means it has a lot of shitty weaknesses. Claydol is so totally food for Trap Tricks right here, it's not even funny. Like, I'm just gonna lob a Seed Bomb at it, I don't give a shit. This thing really can't hit me for any sort of damage. It can Trick Room though, which could cause some problems, but he's gonna take the turn to heal it here anyway, so... The Trick Room does allow him to outspeed me, and anything that actually is slower than me will outspeed me. Oh, jeez. That could be a bit more annoying than it has any real right to be. It also got the ability to set up Reflect, so I'm going to need to go with... Talia's probably the best shot here because I think she's the slowest on the team. Time to see speed stats. 261, 198, 143, 184, 271. Yeah, Talia is the slowest by an absolute country mile. Going into an Empoleon. Yeah, I'll go Talia. Yeah, there's Empoleon. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be outspeeding it here, but yeah. I am naturally outspeeding even the Empoleon, so it's going to outspeed me here. But I've got the super effective move, which gives me the advantage anyway. Which does not two-shot, unfortunately, but whatever. I like how I'm in a situation where Talia is actually my fastest because shenanigans. And there goes the Trick Room. Just in time for me to slam this Metagross for 6 with a very damn powerful Earthquake. And let us hope that Grills isn't going to get one-shotted by whatever the hell that thing decides to throw at me. Assuming it survives. Which there is a distinct possibility that that will happen, but Grills obviously has really good physical attack. It wasn't freaking banned to Uber tiers in Gen 4 or 5 or something like that for nothing, but the Metagross was able to survive that with quite a considerable amount of aplomb and set up an agility. Meteor Mash I don't really care that much about. It is a two-shot though, so if this Earthquake somehow does min damage and doesn't kill the Metagross, then he'll heal it, and then I'll hit him with another Earthquake. Yeah, because I was going to say... if it didn't heal it, I'd just extreme speed for the win. That plus Choice Band kind of locks me into Earthquake. God, that's with Choice Band, and it's still not doing anywhere near as much damage as I would like for it to. And the thing that makes matters even worse is that the Meteor Mash results in Grills losing this match. So yeah, taking Grills with me into the red fight is looking like absolute garbage right now. Alright, fine. Flare Blitz. Oops, whoops, I forgot. It had agility up. Oh shit, yeah, the Reflector's also a thing. You cheeky motherfucker. The Clay Doll was holding a Light Clay. It allowed... I'm pretty sure that Reflect lasted a lot longer than it should have. I'm pretty sure that Reflect lasted a lot longer than it should have, and it would have been because of Light Clay. That is freaking awesome. I feel like I should, like, teach something Thief and, like, try to thief the Light Clay off of the Clay Doll, assuming it even has that. So that's a bit of a better cash stack. It's kind of, though, what a gym leader would give you, but at least he's not as cheap as Cynthia is. But whatever. To be fair, Steven never actually had a rematch team until Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, so it's fine. Now that is out of the way, we get to go all the way up to Mount Silver to take on the main event. So, let's, no real reason to cut any of this out, but by the way, there's just... might as well make you watch me go up this stupid freaking mountain, so... got more than enough super repels, it should be alright. So... not a whole lot I can really say at this point. I mean, I've already explored the majority of Mount Silver in last Wednesday's segment. So... I will just... start reading Bargo the Big Dip for no real reason. I'm not going to be doing that in the absolute slightest, because screw that. If I had to do a stupid post-commentary segment or something, then I might, but no real reason for me to do that now. It would be a very, very stupid idea. Yeah, I kind of hate the whole roundabout way that you have to get through this area. It's pretty much just there to waste repels. That's all that really serves. Now, do any of these... do I have to go through any of these, or... I guess I have to go... yeah, okay, there we go. Now I gotta work out which one of these I get to go in. I think I have to go up here, and then down here, and then I think I just go straight up from here. So, yeah. Should be going the right way. Yep, here we go. So Big Dip with his friend Steiger with a package. Just end of sentence. Alright, here we go. Grills gets a shot to redeem herself because she's going to be leading against Red's lead, which his team is completely... well, it's changed from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but only because that Heart Gold Soul Silver team was changed from his original Gold and Silver team. He had a Lapras. And instead, like, he had an Espeon originally, and then they just gave him a Lapras for whatever reason. I don't know. Also, this is the only place that has this snowfall effect. Well, that and the other snowy area just below. And on certain days of the year, you can it becomes diamond dust. The only real difference is that it sort of sparkles instead of just falling like actual snow here. And engaging this guy in a battle means you won't have to worry about permanent hail. I'm kind of hoping I can get that weather setting to change. But at the same time, I do have something that benefits from a hailstorm. I've never actually gotten much out of Snowcloak, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised in this case. Alright, no more fucking around. So Red obviously needs to hold a position of just super powerful freaking boss type. So of course he leads with his highest level, which is 94. Outspeeds, uses the grass knot. Yeah. I imagine this thing's probably holding a light ball, but as you can quite clearly tell, it doesn't do a whole lot. Earthquake, on the other hand, is a one-shot. I've also kept my left hand as far away from the spacebar as I possibly could, because I do not intend to speed this fight up at all. It would kind of just ruin the experience. There was one fight that I wanted to do this with, it would have to be with Red, so... So there's the hail. Going into the Blastoise, which makes sense. He's probably got Blizzard on the damn thing. Which means Turbo Drum is a decent shout to deal with this thing. So it's my water type versus your water type. And Blastoise somehow gets Fake Out. Okay. Whatever floats your boat there. I feel like Thunderwave might be a decent shout here, actually. I mean, I obviously outspeed it, but preventing it from getting an attack of some variety in would be a nice thing to have. No, going for the Blizzard. Feels like the Hydro Pump is better. I mean, both moves are resisted by Turbo Drum, but Hydro Pump's got the stab behind it, so it makes sense. Let's see what a Thunderbolt does to this thing. Thunderbolt probably would have been a better choice in all honesty, because then I would have, at the very least, had a chance to paralyze, and even if it didn't, Blastoise would have either tanked, like that, possibly even missed. That's a thing as well. The Hail's not going to knock it out, unfortunately, so in this situation, it's literally just... Let me go ahead and throw another Thunderbolt, because he's going to heal. Might not have been a bad idea to at least put the action replay code that, like, skips the health bars, like, going up and down, like, animation sort of thing. Don't know why I clicked that, but whatever. How much does Thunderbolt actually do from full health? It does get him into the red. So he may well actually heal again. Unless he wants to save it for another team member. No, he's just going to withdraw Blastoise. He's probably going to go into Venusaur here. Yeah. Now, I'm thinking that he's going to set up Sunny Day here. He's got Charizard as well, and one of those two is going to have Sunny Day to counteract this hail. It only makes sense. So... Sending in Floofen would be the obvious choice, but it's probably going to outspeed me, and if it's got Earthquake, it might do some heavy damage. So I'm going to go for Bulbat on this one. I was hoping to have like a Grass versus Grass, Fire versus Fire, Water versus Water, War thingy, bob, but don't think it would have been a particularly great idea. He's also gone with the Power Whip instead of the Sunny Day. I mean, yeah, I guess he just doesn't give a shit about the hail. I don't know. Bit of a weird shout there. Anyways, put this thing to sleep. Nasty plot. I'm very, very tempted to speed up at least some of these animations or some shit like that, but I have far greater willpower than that, so you're just going to get to watch the general slowness of the battles, because, I mean, we've had the luxury of being able to speed up a whole bunch of battles, but in this case I'm saying fuck no. So, Air Slash will almost certainly kill. There goes Venusaur. I imagine Espeon's going to be coming in next, due to the super effectiveness here. Does that. Send in the Espeon. That would be about right. Traptrix. Traptrix has the crunch. I might legitimately just go straight for the crunch. I'm not too sure what this thing's going to be able to set up. It might be Reflect, actually. That might be a shitty... damn it, Reflect. Ugh. I was going to send Floofen in to take care of Charizard, but that might not be the best idea now. Yeah, there's Crunch. Defense drop, though, which I'm not going to... I'm fine with that. Shadow Ball won't do a whole lot. I imagine it's Shadow Ball Psychic, which Dark's got covered for the most part. So yeah, Crunch will kill it. Reflector's up, but I got this defense drop on it through Crunch, so that's Espeon gone. That leaves Charizard and Snorlax. So I imagine, obviously Charizard's going to have to come in next because of the type advantage. So, let's see here. Grills doesn't have a super effective move. Talia can hit neutrally with Ice Beam, plus has Snow Cloak. It's just got the weakness to fire. Traptrix can't do jack shit, could probably outspeed. Floofen can kill this thing with Rock Slide, but the Reflector's up. Bulbat outspeeds, could get stats up and just smash it for 6. Or I can just Hydro Pump or Thunderbolt with Turbo Drum. I think everybody's seen screen time except for Talia and Floofen. So... this is going to sound like a really, really stupid idea, but I will opt for Talia. And I will opt for Ice Beam. So my hope is that if this thing is going to fire off a Fire Blast at me, my hope is that it may actually just miss because of Snow Cloak, plus it's just regularly shitty accuracy, or I get Quick Claw off to land this Ice Beam. Because Hail will boost this Ice Beam even further along with the Stab. And neither of those actually happened. I did not get Quick Claw off, and Snow Cloak did not kick in either, and so I copped a Fire Blast in the face. On the defensive stat that's actually weaker on Talia. And critical hit ensures that Talia's influence in this match is absolutely 0. Thank you, unnecessary criticals. I feel like I need to apologize to Talia for that one. But anyhow, oh shit, the Charizard outspeeds. And it just connected Focus Blast. Reflector's going to wear off for sometime soon, right? Because I just lost my Hydro Pumper, I just lost my Ice Beamer. This is not gonna be very good. And if I fail to put this thing to sleep, it's gonna kill Bulbat as well. Unless I send in Grills. Sending in Grills. This thing's totally gonna have Dragon Claw or something, isn't it? No, but it has Dragon Pulse, which works just as well. It's a special attacker. And Grills tanked it like a fucking king. But I'll bet you anything now the Charizard's going to take the frickin' Outrage like a king. It's not super effective. And I got Choice Band. Jesus Christ, this Garchomp sucks. This Garchomp legitimately cannot do anything to save its fucking life. That's really, really bad. Alright. Floofen it is. I'm hoping that Reflector's worn off by now. I never really paid attention to whether it did. Like, if the message showed up. But I think even with Reflect up, Rock Slide should still kill it from this amount of HP. So there that goes. And so after being punished for critting continuously against the thing on back at Thursday's segment, the Articuno, It's now going to be the one to deliver the finishing blow against Red. Oh shit, I forgot Blastoise. I'll outspeed it, Seed Bomb. That'll do. God, I swear to God, if I get outsped by the stupid Blastoise, he'll heal it. But that's fine, because I'll do a lot of damage with Seed Bomb anyway. Honestly, I probably should have set the Swords Dance up, because if I had Swords Dance, I would have almost certainly killed it in one shot with Seed Bomb. Especially considering it had the Rindo Berry to weaken this thing's power. That did jack shit! That did jack shit. Well, you're going to sleep. Now. Yeah, reflect. Again, light clay. Stupid light clay. Alright. I need to get in this one turn to get the Swords Dance up and just smash him for 6. Alright, we got this. Reflect is dropped. It doesn't have the Rindo Berry anymore. I've got +2 special physical attack. A Seed Bomb will murder this thing into the middle of next week. And I know for a fact it's not going to frickin' miss. This is what gave Seed Bomb the advantage over Power Whip all this time. That's why I never went for the Power Whip. Because with a Swords Dance, it's more than enough to take out shit like that. Now then. Now that random little interruption is out of the way, now we get to deal with the Bolax. Floofin has got this by the balls. And so, I'm going to go with the Flare Blitz first. Because if it survives the... If I went with Superpower at full health and it survived, it would have put me in a very, very compromising position. Tenderizing him with Flare Blitz and putting him in this situation right here, right now, means that, assuming this Body Slam doesn't paralyze, or crit, no, shit. Shit, no, I can't have this. I legitimately can't have this. I have to heal. That is exceedingly obnoxious. This should have been the bloody... This should have been the final turn, but the game's just like, no, we're gonna paralyze you now. Screw you and your fucking paralysis hacks. Now, Body Slam does a lot of damage, though. Okay. That should be it, then. Unless this Hail puts Snorlax in a position where he'll heal it. Don't heal it. That's it. Alright, that's it. Red's gone. Superpower is not gonna not kill it from that amount of HP. And so, after having been punished for repeatedly critting that Articuno back in last Thursday's segment, Floofin delivers the kill switch that knocks Red over and allows me to progress onto the final stretch of the game. So, he buggers off. Random save. And if I lose this segment, then I'm fucked. So let's hope to God that that is not the case. Speed up! Because we've already fucking seen this in the previous segment and there's just absolutely no reason for anybody to give a fucking flying fuck about it. Yay. So, that is it. That is the end of Red. We're back here. And next time, we're going to be going after the Weather Trio. We'll also be doing the final super boss of the game, which is that random rival fellow that appeared in Cerulean Cave after I picked Mewtwo up. I'll be dealing with him last, because he's going to be freaking ass to deal with. But in the meantime, say goodbye to Grills. her purpose has been served in this LP, and so she will now return to the box to collect dust while Kaiser makes his comeback to the main team for the remainder of the LP. So, there you go. Goodbye, Grills. You were surprisingly fucking useless for a Garchomp. Sorry, but you were. See you next time.